Hey there, come with me on a journey, not through the vast, cold emptiness of interstellar space, but deep into the very heart of the world beneath our feet. We stand upon a planet, a pale blue dot suspended in a sunbeam that has been shaping itself for over 4.5 billion years. It's a world of unimaginable pressures, of continents in a slow-motion dance, of oceans that hold secrets older than our species. And on this world, we've developed a unique way to understand its story, its processes, its very language, the earth sciences. So imagine, for a moment, that you could live not just one life, but 100. That every 5 days, you could step into the shoes of a different kind of scientist, a different kind of explorer, dedicated to deciphering a piece of this grand planetary puzzle. What would you learn? What mysteries would you uncover? This isn't just a thought experiment. It's an invitation to explore the careers that connect us to the ground we walk on, the water we drink, and the very air we breathe. And what if this journey came with a reward, a prize that grows with every new role, every new perspective gained? A sum so vast it becomes almost as abstract as the geologic timescales we'll be exploring. So join me as we embark on this grand tour of 100 jobs in the earth sciences, where every 5 days brings a new adventure, a new understanding, and a prize that defies imagination. Let's begin our space-time odyssey, right here on Earth. Okay, Chapter 1. I am a geologist. I read the autobiography of the Earth, written in the language of stone. For these 5 days, I hold in my hand a piece of granite, its crystals telling a story of ancient magma cooling deep within the planet's crust. I walk through canyons where layers of sandstone and shale mark the rise and fall of ancient seas, each stratum a chapter in a book billions of years in the making. My tools are a rock hammer and a hand lens, but my true instrument is my mind, trained to see the immense, slow, powerful forces that have sculpted this world. I am a detective of deep time, and for this insight, for understanding the very foundation of our world, I am rewarded with $1 million. The clock resets, a new role awaits. Now, Chapter 2. I am a hydrogeologist. My focus shifts from the solid to the fluid, from the mountains of stone to the hidden rivers flowing beneath them. I seek the lifeblood of our planet water. For 5 days, I map the unseen aquifers, vast underground reservoirs that quench the thirst of cities and farms. I study how water moves through soil and rock, how it's purified by its subterranean journey, and how it can become contaminated. I am a guardian of this precious hidden resource, ensuring its availability for generations to come. My work is to understand the planet's circulatory system. For tracing these invisible currents and safeguarding this vital element, my reward is $2 billion. The journey continues. Alright, my identity shifts again. I become an engineering geologist. I am the bridge between human ambition and geological reality. Before the first steel beam is raised, before the first yard of concrete is poured, I am there. For these 5 days, I analyze the ground upon which we plan to build our future. Our dams, our tunnels, our skyscrapers. Is this rock stable enough to support a bridge? Is this soil prone to landslides? I assess the risks the Earth poses to our grand designs and the risks our designs pose to the Earth. I ensure that our creations stand in harmony with the planet, not in defiance of it. For this crucial role, for ensuring the safety and stability of human endeavor, the prize is $3 trillion. A new chapter is about to begin. So, I am now an economic geologist. My quest is for the planet's buried treasures, the raw materials that, really fuel our civilization. For 5 days, I'm basically a modern-day prospector, but instead of a pan and a mule, I use satellite imagery, geochemical surveys, and these pretty complex geological models. I search for the concentrated deposits of minerals and metals, the iron for our steel, the copper for our wires, and the lithium for our batteries. I pinpoint where eons of geologic processes have gathered these valuable resources into veins and lodes. My work connects the deep history of the Earth to the immediate demands of the global economy. For unlocking the planet's vault, the reward is, get this, $4 quadrillion. And the cycle turns once more. My role transforms into that of an environmental geologist. I am, honestly, a physician for the Earth, where the hydrogeologist safeguards clean water and the economic geologist extracts resources. I study the intersection, the impact of human activity on the planet's systems. For these 5 days, I investigate contaminated sites, tracing the path of pollutants through soil and groundwater. I work to remediate the damage, to clean up the messes left behind by industry and accident. My lab is the land itself. I develop strategies to protect ecosystems and human health from geological and man-made hazards. For this work of stewardship and healing, for striving to restore balance, the reward is $5 quintillion. A new perspective is on the horizon. I become an exploration geologist. I am, well, an adventurer, a pioneer pushing into the unknown. My map has blank spaces and my job is to fill them in. For 5 days I venture into remote and uncharted territories, dense jungles, arid deserts, frozen tundras, in search of new deposits of oil, gas, or minerals. I live and breathe geological mapping, interpreting the subtle clues on the surface that hint at vast riches hidden deep below. I am the vanguard of discovery, the one who takes the first, riskiest step into the wilderness, combining rugged fieldwork with high-tech data analysis. For peering over the horizon and finding what lies beyond, the reward is $6 sextillion. The Earth still has more roles for me to play. And my new incarnation is a petrologist. You see, I don't just look at rocks. I delve into their very essence, their origin, their history, their soul. Petrology is the study of rocks themselves, igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary. For these 5 days, my world shrinks to the microscopic level. Using powerful microscopes, I examine thin sections of rock, slices so sheer that light can pass through them. I identify the minerals within, their arrangement, their texture, and from this, I deduce the rock's life story. Was it born in the fiery heart of a volcano? Was it crushed and cooked deep within a mountain range? For deciphering these intricate biographies written in crystal and grain, the prize is $7 septillion. My understanding deepens. I am now a stratigrapher. The world to me is a colossal layer cake, and my job is to understand the recipe and the order in which it was baked. I study rock layers, or strata, and their sequencing. For 5 days, I correlate rock units across vast distances, using fossils, chemical signatures, and magnetic properties to match a layer of limestone in one continent to its counterpart in another. I'm building a global timeline, a calendar for the Earth itself. The principle of superposition, that younger layers lie on top of older ones, is my guiding star. I read the grand narrative of environmental change, evolution, and extinction recorded in the planet's sedimentary archives. For assembling this planetary history, layer by meticulous layer, my reward is $8 octillion. Time itself is my canvas. My transformation is profound. I become a paleontologist. I am a time traveler who searches for the ghosts of ecosystems past. For these 5 days, my focus is on fossils, the mineralized remains of ancient life. I carefully excavate bones, shells, and impressions from the rock that has entombed them for millions of years. Each fossil is a data point, a clue to a world utterly alien to our own. I reconstruct the appearance, behavior, and environment of dinosaurs, trilobites, and saber-toothed cats. I am the one who gives flesh to ancient bones and breathes life back into a world long gone, telling the story of evolution's grand pageant. For resurrecting these lost worlds from their rocky graves, the reward is $9 nonillion. A new shift is imminent. So, I am a seismologist. I listen to the heartbeat of the Earth. My senses are, totally attuned to the vibrations, the tremors, and those sudden, violent shifts that ripple through the planet's crust. For 5 days, my world is just seismographs and wave propagation. I analyze the P waves and S waves that are generated by earthquakes to pinpoint their location and magnitude, and to map the planet's interior structure, the mantle, the liquid outer core, and the solid inner core. I work to understand the mechanics of faults and the terrifying power they can unleash, developing early warning systems to save lives. I am taking the pulse of a living, breathing, and sometimes violent planet. And for this intimate connection to Earth's inner turmoil, the reward is, wow, $10 decillion. My profession becomes one of fire and ash. I am a volcanologist. I stand at the edge of creation and destruction, studying the mountains that breathe fire. For 5 days, I monitor the Earth's hotspots, the places where molten rock from the mantle breaches the surface. I collect samples of gas and lava, take the temperature of fumaroles, and use GPS to detect the subtle swelling of a volcano as magma accumulates beneath it. My work is to understand the plumbing system of these fiery giants, to predict when they might erupt, and to warn those who live in their shadow. It's a dance with one of nature's most awesome and dangerous forces. For staring into the planet's fiery maw and seeking to understand its rage, the reward is $11 undecillion. I am now a sedimentologist. While the stratigrapher looks at the grand layers, I zoom in on the ingredients. I study the particles, the sand, silt, and clay that make up sedimentary rocks. For these 5 days, I am concerned with the journey of a single grain of sand. Where did it come from? How was it transported? By wind, water, or ice? In what environment was it finally deposited? A river delta, a deep ocean floor, a desert dune? By analyzing the size, shape, and composition of these sediments, I can reconstruct ancient landscapes with incredible detail. I read the story of past climates and currents in the humble texture of a sandstone. For finding entire worlds in a grain of sand, the reward is $12 duodecillion. My final transformation for today makes me a geomorphologist. I study the shape of the Earth's surface and the processes that create and change it. I ask, why is this valley U-shaped and that one V-shaped? What forces carved this canyon? How will this coastline change in the next 100 years? For 5 days, I read the landscape like a text. I see the signature of ancient glaciers in the gentle curve of a hill, the work of a river in the sweep of a floodplain, and the slow, inexorable power of erosion in the retreat of a cliff. I study the dynamic interplay between geology, climate, and topography. I am an art critic for the masterpieces sculpted by nature itself. For understanding the artistry of erosion and uplift, the prize is $13 trillion. We have journeyed through just a fraction of the roles our planet offers to the curious mind. We've been geologists, hydrogeologists, paleontologists, each a unique lens through which to view our world. With every new identity, our appreciation for the complexity and majesty of Earth has deepened. The monetary rewards, growing to numbers so large they lose all meaning, serve only as a metaphor for the true prize, a richer, more profound understanding of our place in the cosmos. We've seen that the ground beneath us is not static or inert. It is a dynamic, living system, a library of immense history, a laboratory of ongoing change. This journey is far from over. There are dozens more roles to inhabit, dozens more perspectives to gain. We will become glaciologists who read the story of climate in ancient ice, and oceanographers who map the mysterious deep. Each new chapter will reveal another facet of our planet's intricate personality. The real adventure of science isn't about finding all the answers, but about the relentless, joyful pursuit of better questions. It's about cultivating a sense of wonder. So I invite you to continue this odyssey with me. Let's keep exploring the endless frontiers, not just in the stars above, but within the very world we call home. Because to understand the Earth is, in a very real sense, to understand ourselves. The greatest treasure we can win is the cosmic perspective, a connection to the grand 4.5 billion year story that has led to this very moment. The story is still being written, and we are all a part of it.